Hey guys, and welcome to Car Guy 1999 Reviews. Today, I bring you the 2013 Maserati Quattroporte S. This car is older, yes, but it really doesn't look that way. This one only has a little over 7,000 miles, and this is probably the cleanest one I've ever seen. And you can pick one of these cars used up for right around 50,000, if not a little bit under. And this is a complete bargain in today's standards. It's just probably one of the best cars that you can get. This has the same motor as the Ferrari F430 with the front-mounted V8. And this was the last of the generation with that V8. Because in 2014, Maserati went to the new style with the V6 power plant. Actually, no, they did put the V8 in the Quattroporte as well, but it just wasn't nearly as soulful as this car. Gotta love the blue Maserati key too, which I believe they also moved away from for the new generation. We'll go ahead, we'll hop inside, take a look at the interior and take it out for a drive. Once you're inside, it's really, really nice. I mean, you got solid wood on the steering wheel. You got wood paneling all throughout. It's really, really, really nice car. To start it up, you go ahead, put the flip key up. Roars into life. Oh, I love this car so much. And the best part about this car is the sound, which we can hear a bit here. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I mean, how do you like this car on a day-to-day basis?
I don't drive it much. I actually bought it for my son, but it definitely drives really nice. It's got a great sound, and it is very clean, so I think it's a good car.
I totally agree. This is a really good daily driver if you want some fun. You know, you want to have some driving fun. You want that Italian flair. All the inputs are really direct. The throttle pedal's weighted nicely. The brakes have really, really good feel to them. I mean, what was this car new? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's 140 sticker. We paid $38 with a 8-year bumper-to-bumper warranty from Maserati. So for $42,000 total, we got the car with 6,000 miles. We added the rear view camera, which didn't come with this car, amazingly enough. We added nicer wheels. We de-chromed everything. For another $6,000, we got all that done. So we're all in, we're at 48. The car, Blue Book value, normally would have like 40,000 miles, maybe 50,000 miles. Probably only Blue Books for like 30K, but with this condition, barely used, mint condition, we think we have a nice gem.
Oh yeah, for sure. And what's nice is, you know, your son and you drive the car. You don't like put it in a garage for the rest of its life, which, you know, some people with, especially with lower mile Italian cars, they just put them in a garage and they're done, you know, which is actually worse for a car over the long run, because it doesn't get driven, all the parts don't move, and things start rotting away.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way with the Roadster.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, soon my son is just starting to drive, so he'll be driving this all the time.
Oh yeah, it's...
I try to drive it once a week. And once you get it up there, like, once it goes up to like 40, 50, this thing is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and just on this road, I mean, this handles really well. For this car, probably weighs close to 5,000 pounds, if not a little bit more.
Yeah, it feels really, really heavy. Like, it's really well made.
Oh yeah, and that's what I was commenting about, the solid wood steering wheel. I mean, it's just, it feels great in your hands. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, why would someone not have it in sport mode? Like, what would be the benefit? I mean, obviously you want to handle better, you want it to sound better, you want the RPMs to rev higher. So it just seems like I always put it in sport mode. I don't know.
As would I, yeah. But I don't know, maybe just if you're, I guess in the snow it might help, but you have the ice mode too. But maybe just, you know, for a little bit more relaxed drive, because what it does is it softens up the throttle input where it's a little bit less touchy. Some cars, it will make the steering wheel a little bit lighter, so if you're driving through the middle of Boston and, you know, you don't really want to put a ton of effort in, you want to make sure that you're being smooth with everything, then that's where sport mode would remain off. But I'd still put it in sport mode. It's a Maserati. You paid for sport mode, you better use it.
Hear that engine again.
Oh yeah. Well, I can't with the cars in front, but... And this also has the manual mode where you can... Which Maserati did it right. Down is up and up, yes, up is down and down is up. Where, like, dragsters, sequential gearboxes, when they shift, they go like that because it goes with the G-forces. When you're flooring the car, it's a lot better to just push it back, and then when you're under braking, it's easier to push it up.
I didn't know cars did it any other way.
Oh, some cars, because I mean, you've had a lot of performance cars. Some cars, like my mom's Durango, the upshift is actually up.
Oh.
Which, you know, for an SUV like that, for someone who's, you know, it's not really a sports car, and for people who aren't really into cars, it makes sense that upshift is up, you know.
Yeah, it reminds me of video games, inverting controllers and stuff.
Yep. The one thing I wish this car had, which I think was an option, I think you got it on the GTS, was the paddle shifters behind the wheel.
Yeah, and it's interesting. They have the spot there, you can feel them. And basically all that does is...
Oh, yeah.
It should have been paddle shifters anyway. But basically it just controls the car another way of moving through
the menus and such.
The rear view camera is one of my favorite things I added. I couldn't believe this car didn't come standard with it.
Yeah, because I think it was 2015 is when it become... No, it was...
2014 they added.
Yeah, in the new generation. I'm trying to think of the federal mandate. Because the Miata for 2019 just got a rear view camera.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, a $20,000 car. This car at like 100 plus should have came with a backup camera. Especially, you know, visibility it's pretty good, but with this big car, you don't really want to damage it. That's really not the goal every time you drive it. Do you know right about what it is for horsepower from the V8?
You know what, because I don't really think of this car as being mine, I didn't really do a lot of research into it, and when I got the 8-year warranty and the great price, and I knew it came from a car collector, everything I knew about the car was barely driven. I spoke with a guy who sold it. to Maserati, and basically, I didn't really care. I didn't test drive it much. I just said, okay, this is a perfect price. I'm protected. I don't have to worry about Maserati issues with the warranty. So, yeah, I didn't really find out much. I don't really have the passion for the Maserati like I do for my other cars. Nothing against Maserati, but I looked at it as a fair price for a great car with a Ferrari engine, and that's all I needed to know.
Right, exactly. I mean, honestly, you made a really good choice. Because it was funny, I was at the Lamborghini dealership, and we bumped into each other, and you were tossed between the new generation Quattroporte and this car.
Yep.
And the new generation, that was kind of beat up. There was scratches, the wheels were curbed, and this one was clean. It was the best one I'd ever seen. And obviously we know which way he went, but Model 3.
Yeah, I think one out of every 3 households in this town has Tesla.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. You know, where I'm from, up in Manchester, New Hampshire, they're really not that common. I know a couple people with them, but other than that...
Well, there's nowhere to get them serviced or get them probably even charged. So it's tough depending on where you live. But
right.
Our state has a lot of service centers and charging stations everywhere. But we're talking about electric cars when we're in a Ferrari gas car.
I mean, if you're gonna burn fuel, you gotta make it sound good.
This is the complete opposite of electric.
Oh yeah.
It's what does it get, like maybe 11, 12 miles per gallon?
If you're lucky,
if
yeah.
You're lucky, if you're not in sport mode. I mean, it's like $70 to fill this thing up.
Yeah, my car, it guzzles down gas for a little 4-cylinder, and it only has a 12-gallon tank. So I have to gas it up every 250 miles if I'm lucky. So this would probably go further on a tank of gas than my car would. Oh God, I love this car so much. Every time I drive an Italian car, there's something about just the way that it grabs your soul and just says, love me. You know, these Italian cars, while they do have their nitpicky problems, they just are amazing. They're really, really good cars.
Yeah, that's where the warranty comes in hand, because with such amazing equipment, the expense behind it would not be something I'd want for a $40,000 car.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I don't have to worry. You know, if the engine blows or something goes wrong and it would have been $10,000, $20,000 to fix,
you're covered.
Yeah. I would definitely say if you're going to buy a used version like this, get a warranty.
That's what I was just going to say, because a lot of people, they'll see, you know, a $30,000 price tag, and they'll be like, oh, okay, I can get a Maserati for that price. You got to think about what that car is like to service.
It sucks, yeah. And the good news is it's only once a year, you know, they demand once a year service. It was about $480. So
that's not bad.
That's all I have to worry about. Anything else, bumper to bumper, I'm covered. But if you're going to get a car like this because you want to save money,
think again.
You can do it. You can definitely do it, but realize, you know, like I have a friend who has a McLaren, and he got a great deal on a 12C, but he has no warranty.
Yeah.
Any moment if steering problem happens, $35,000 to fix that. That would suck.
Oh yeah, that, you know, especially like in a car like that, like this. I mean, if that were to happen, that's the price of the car.
Right.
You know, so that's where, especially when you're buying a luxury car like one of these or exotic car, that's why people say don't always go for the cheapest one you find. Go for the well-sorted example where you have the service records, you know it was taken care of, you know what might go wrong, and always factor in that to your budget. But overall, this car is just absolutely amazing. It really is. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please stay tuned for future videos. I have a lot more cars coming. So have a great day.